And my responsibilities, well, anything that deals with elementary schools, any issues that come up, and wow, there's just a big list. And it's just like the district, they like to mandate so many things without consulting with UTLA. But they have to understand that if they want us to work together, and if they really think that or believe that what they preach of focusing on improving student achievement, well, they have to work with us because we are the experts. I mean, I question sometimes when the district leaders come and they want to work with, tell you how to teach, what to say, how to present your lessons, when they only have like 2 years experience or 5 years. It's just not right. You are the experts. You are the ones that know what happens in the classroom. You know how to help our students really achieve better. So that's a struggle that we have with the district. It's been a really interesting year for me, for the officers, challenging at times, but even with all that, there's some victories that we can bring up and mention that we have 3 agreements. Our health benefits, and that was big, that's major. The stopping of the reconstitution and the giveaway of schools, and it was just like a train coming without stopping, and we were able to slow it down and to stop. That was a big victory for us. And then came the RIF, and we were able to come up with a job restoration agreement. And I know that it wasn't perfect because there's a lot of teachers who are still RIF, but we brought over 5,000 of them back to UTLA. And you know what? That wasn't done just because of the officers. We have to thank you, the chapter chairs, the directors, the area chairs. You had a lot to do with it because it was difficult. It's difficult to work with a district whose priority is not their students' education. They see us as a number, and we're not that. We are people who care about our students, our children of Los Angeles.
Hey.
And things are, they're not well, and they're getting tougher. Now we hear that, the court wants us to include the student progress in our evaluation, and then the district says, well, let's put AGT. This crazy formula that they have, to me it's more like a voodoo formula, because it's so, the margin of error is so great that it gives some of the best teachers, it gives them a number as ineffective. How can we really help our profession where we're using this formula that it's a hit and miss? We don't know, and yet they want to include this on the evaluation. Now, to fight all this, we're going to need your help, because we need to educate our community. Well, we need to educate ourselves. We need to know what is it that the district is offering, but also very important, we need to educate our community. Not too long ago, a few days ago, I was asked by a reporter, did we learn anything from the Chicago Teachers Union? And I said, well, that's a union that they have a lot of guts. They have a lot of courage. Because let me tell you, things were not happy over there. Everything was against them. They have a mayor who, I don't know what his priorities are, but he wants to, I guess, make a name for himself. And then an appointed board who manipulates everything. And with all that, his teachers, and remember this is like the third biggest unit in the United States, they decided to take a stand and say, enough is enough. We've had it with this board and with this mayor. And they took a stand. So they're asking us, what did you learn? I learned that even when everything is against you, you can stand up and raise your voice and say, no, enough is enough. We know that everything is not great with this. I mean, there's some issues, but that's a lesson that we're going to learn, that we have to learn. Their fight is our fight. And we have a lot of concerns, a lot of problems, but I think one important thing is, you know, when they decided to do this, it wasn't from one day to another. It took work. It took preparing for this. And we have to do the same. We cannot just say, okay, tomorrow we'll do this. We have to prepare ourselves. And one thing that we need to do is work with the community. We need to inform our community. If the time comes when we have to do an action or something, we need to have the community on our side. But it's not going to happen by itself. We need to go out there and work with our community to help us accomplish our goals.
Mira, la reunión que hacemos los maestros cada año es para planear el año escolar, las tácticas que va a usar el sindicato. Hay muchos ataques y este año ha sido diferente, incluso creo que viene con más ataques. Entonces en esta reunión se propusieron varias maneras de defender la educación pública. Una es de apoyar a los maestros, a las escuelas que se organicen para que puedan votar la Proposición 30 y que la 32 no prospere. Entonces fue algo grande, que ese es el enfoque del sindicato en este medio año. También para las elecciones el año próximo de la Junta Directiva también se va a preparar ese mismo de personas que se ha contratado especialmente para venir a ayudarnos a que las ideas, los ideales del sindicato salgan adelante. Aparte, nosotros como sindicato se ha propuesto de que tenemos que organizar a los maestros y también a las comunidades para que trabajemos por defender los ataques que están en contra de la educación pública. Un gran ataque es la evaluación a los maestros, la falta de recursos en los salones. Entonces nos vamos a enfocar nosotros a tratar de comunicarles esas necesidades a la comunidad, a los padres, que es muy importante para que se unan con nosotros. Conforme pasan los meses, vamos a seguir teniendo juntas para ir mirando en qué estamos, para si tenemos que hacer un ajuste a esos planes, pues así lo haremos.